Hello, my name is Casey Prindle, and today I'd like to dig into one of the most fundamental concepts in commercial real estate, understanding different lease types. Whether this is the first commercial lease you've ever done, or you're an experienced operator just looking to expand, understanding the different types of leases can save you a whole lot of headaches and a whole lot of money. Let's talk about the three main types of leases: gross, modified gross, and net lease. I do not cover office spacing, but if I did, we would also talk about full service leasing. For the purposes of today's video, we will not review a full service lease. Let's start with a gross lease. You as a tenant make one lump sum payment to your landlord each month. Your landlord then takes care of the expenses, including the taxes, the insurance, and things like that. While it may sound simpler, landlords typically price gross leases higher to cover their costs and protect themselves from rising expenses. So while you get predictability, you might be paying a premium for it. Next up is a modified gross lease. This is a hybrid between a gross lease and a net lease. In this situation, you as the tenant will pay your base lease price and take responsibility for some specific expenses. Could be things like electricity, janitorial. Your landlord is likely going to cover things like taxes, the exterior insurance and maintenance of the building. Please note, in the state of Florida, sales lease tax is likely not included in a modified gross lease. You will likely have to pay that outside of the lease, so you'll have to add that onto your total lease price. This structure gives some more transparency and also a little bit more cost certainty to you as a tenant, but it doesn't go as far as a triple net lease. Finally, a triple net lease. Triple net meaning the tenant is going to take on the responsibility for taxes, insurance, and common area charges, or their portion thereof if you're in a strip center versus a standalone space. This structure gives more transparency than any other structure. This was once reserved just for corporations. It's now making its way a little bit dangerously into more mainstream lease agreements. This lease offers more transparency and lower base rent, but your monthly expenses can fluctuate. For example, if property taxes go up, so does your bill. If a large repair is done on the property and it falls under CAM, you may owe a share of that cost. This can be a risky lease type for a small business owner or somebody that's just starting out because costs can be so variable. There are ways to work on capping your expenses within the lease negotiation. That's a whole other video that I'll have to do though. Which lease type is right for you? Well, it depends on your business type, your cash flow predictability needs, and how involved you want to be in managing and reconciling expenses. Some tenants prefer the simplicity of a gross lease, while others prefer the transparency of a net lease. Before signing any type of lease, it's critical to understand the lease structure and understand what expenses you're going to be responsible for and what expenses you won't be responsible for. If you're thinking about leasing retail or warehouse spacing, fill out the Contact Me form. Let's have a conversation. We'll find you a great space at a great price.